Hi, this is Yogesh Chabria, and today I want to share something on attachment and how attachment always leads to misery, leads to pain, leads to suffering, and lots of great masters, the Buddha spoke about it. Lots of people have spoken on attachment. I'll share a small example what I mean and how does it apply in your day-to-day life. So let us say you are in some business, any business. Let us say you are in the movie business. You are a movie maker. You are a producer, a director, a movie actor, an actress, whatever. Let's say you work in the movie business, and you make a movie. And while you're making a movie, your mind is constantly thinking that, I hope this movie does well. Once it does well, I'll make $100 million, $500 million, $1 billion, whatever, I'll make a lot of wealth, I'll gain a lot of power, I'll gain a lot of fame. And that's constantly going on in your mind. And you make the movie, and now once you make the movie and it hits the movie theaters and it releases, again, you're in a lot of stress, you're in a lot of anxiety because you're constantly thinking about the result. You are attached to the result. Or if you're an actor, you're thinking, okay, if I make this movie, I'll get an award, I'll get an Oscar, I'll get XYZ award. I'll get a lot of adulation, I'll get a lot of praise, I'll get a lot of love. And this is constantly running in your head, and you want the movie to do well. Now, if you are in that state of mind, you are a slave of the result. And remember, in the movie business, no matter how good your marketing is, no matter what it is, at the end of the day, it is the decision of the audience. The person who comes to watch the movie, and human beings are not the most rational creatures. So they might love your movie, they might not love your movie, but you are a slave to that. And you will never be at peace because you're constantly in a state of anxiety. Now, if your movie doesn't do well, suddenly everything within you collapses. You go within a shell, you don't speak to anybody, you get irritated, you get frustrated, you get angry. And that happens. On the other hand, if your movie does well, you might feel good, you might feel nice. But now again, your second movie might not do well. Your third movie might not do well. Your fourth movie might not do well. So you're always on this roller coaster ride, of highs and lows, highs and lows. And the higher your highs, the lower your lows. So let's say your first movie did super well, but your second movie doesn't do well. So the low you will feel is a lot more because you are attached to the result. So every time, every moment you have attachment, it will lead to sorrow. But on the other hand, some of you might be thinking, Yogesh, are you telling we should make movies which don't do well? I'm saying no. Focus your energy, focus your attention, focus your love on the process of making the movie. So if you're somebody who makes a movie, give it your best. Enjoy the process, love it. If you're an actor, give it your best. If you're a director, give it your best. If you're a producer, give it your best. Be the most creative you can. If you're a producer, be creative with the cost. Be the most creative you can. Use your intelligence. If you think there's a certain location that gives you an advantage with cost, with efficiency, go to that location. So your energy should not be focused on the result. Your energy should be focused, what can you do with now? What can you do with the process? And once you start focusing on the process, you give it your best, you give it your devotion, you give it your love, you give it your everything, and then you leave the result in the hands of the audience. More likely than not, two things will happen. The first is you will love the process. You will enjoy the process. And the second is now you're not a victim. You're not a slave to the result. Because in your mind, in your heart, you say, you know what? I gave it my best. I gave it my everything. Now the result is in the hand of the audience, in the hand of the divine, in the hand of nature. It is beyond my control. And the moment you accept that, the moment you accept this is beyond my control, you feel free. That's the best way to feel free. Try it out in every area. You don't have to just be a movie maker. You could be a CEO. You could be anybody. You could be working in a job. You could be appearing for an exam. You could be a student. Whatever you're doing, give it your best, but don't be attached to the result. Take care. Best of luck, and I shall see you soon.